Ayan. So, we're already live now in our Sabesta night. Good evening po sa lahat ng ating followers ngayon. So, today, we start at 7:56 p.m. So, mas pinaagahan natin ang ating live dahil malupit ang ating speaker ngayong gabi na to. So, I hope na nandyan kayo. Hello, everyone. And also, I have my co-host, Marga Mabalot. So, siya yung ating guest speaker last week, last Saturday. So, this time, kasama natin siya para ipaalam sa atin, or also can also share knowledge about the accident and also the health plan. So, our topic for this Saturday is preparing yourself today for the challenges of tomorrow. Ayan. So, hello, Marga. Hello, Marga. Hello, Marga. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Anyway, hindi ko na papatagalin. Hello, ayan, medyo nawawa.
Good evening.
Ayan, so hindi na natin papatagalin, Marga, yung ating speaker ngayon. I-introduce na natin yung ating malupit na speaker, which is from Tindalo branch. He is actually a top unit manager, 2009. And also, he is actually a leader in people management and six times MDRT qualifier. Okay, so he is a top unit manager 2019 and also he is 6 years in service na din, 4 times international quality awardee from Sun Life of Canada, Philippines. All right, so let's all welcome our pinakamalupit na guest for tonight sa ating Smart Filipina page, Mr. Warner Lee. Hello!
Hi! Good evening, lovely. Good evening, Miss Marga.
Hello SM. Ayan. So medyo nawawala yung connection ni Marga kanina pa. So naririnig mo ba ka, Marga? Ayan.
Naririnig ko kayo, pero sorry, ako ata hindi nyo marinig.
Ayan, medyo mahina lang. Anyway, how are you tonight, Sir Warner Lee? Kumusta naman po yung araw
okay
natin?
naman. Since it's a long weekend, so, I'm being productive as well, but at the same time getting rest in between. Sabi nga nila, health is wealth, di ba? So regardless how busy we are, we need to pause from time to time, di ba?
Yes, tama, no. And thankful kami kasi pinaunlakan nyo kami, ang lalim. Pinaunlakan nyo ang aming invitation.
Siyempre, as long as we can, sabi nga nila, we make time for the important things in life, di ba? Parang yan. Yes.
Yes, tama. So, ngayon po, we actually discussed na din prior with Marga about the topic, which is health and accident plans. Kasi sobrang ang dami kong nare-receive from our followers and also from dun sa mga smart ladies, because we call them smart ladies, and sa mga lalaki naman, supportive gentlemen. Okay? About critical illnesses, lalo-lalo na sa situation natin ngayon, which is nasa pandemic tayo. So, napaka-importante. Kaya naisipan namin na magkaroon ng session na to para magkaroon ng awareness kung gaano ka-importante ang health, lalong-lalo na ngayon.
That's
so, the topic
important.
Yes, so we would like to hear from you. The topic is about health and accident plans, preparing yourself today for the challenges of tomorrow. So can you tell us how we can actually prepare ourselves?
Okay, so thank you again, Miss Smart Filipina for inviting me over this evening. So it's a privilege, no, to be here, no, with your audience. So good evening to everyone who's with us. Well, of course, no, I guess there can be never it can never be in a more perfect timing, no, than this, period because what's been, of course, the situation around this pandemic has been very challenging, no? Has been very challenging to all of us, in all aspects, di ba? Ang dami nang affected. But health insurance is very important because we have to accept the fact that we are in a country, no, that doesn't have much of, health benefits, no, that's being provided by our government. And that being said, no, we all know na mahal talagang magkasakit, di ba? So, and of course, we don't know when, no, it will strike us, di ba? Regardless of how healthy you are, di ba? How much you have been taking care of yourself, di ba? Health kasi, no, can disintegrate in so many ways, di ba? As we age, di ba? But I guess meron din yung mga talagang biglaan, no? Regardless if you or your family, no, have, as what we call the medical history. Di ba? Minsan, out of the blue, madadiagnose na lang yung isang tao ng big cancer, the big C, no, or as what we call cancer, no, or any other illnesses, no. So, having a health insurance, no, is very important because most often nang nakikita natin, no, if we are not prepared, di ba? Um, yung situation, no, lumalala. And of course, no, first things first, no, once a person gets diagnosed with a critical illness, no, doon tayo magfo-focus tonight, no. Nauubos kaagad yung savings, no. And minsan kasama ang
Yes.
palad, lovely, no, wala pa tayong savings. So let's say na
Yes.
lang pag-usapan natin, let's give it as an example for someone who have, at least 6 months, no, or 1 year worth of emergency funds. So, unang-una yung di ba, tawag dito, magagalaw. And, of course, once you get diagnosed with a certain illness, you technically have to, excuse yourself from working as well. And, you know, depends on the company you're working with, hindi naman lahat as compassionate, di ba? So,
Yes.
after you wipe out your savings, the next thing you know, you start selling your assets. Not only your assets, but your family's assets as well. And ano bang sunod dyan, no? The worst case na is you start going into debt, di ba? Siguro, alam naman natin, for someone to be, to be well and fully recover, no? Being in a stress-free environment is very important in healing. Sabi nga nila, paano ka gagaling, 'di ba? Kung you even have to worry about where to get the money, 'di ba? I guess wala naman sigurong hindi nai-stress ng nangungutang, 'di ba? Thinking of the word utang, no? Or hearing the word utang alone, no, nakaka-stress na. So, having in
Tama.
that this situation na nandito tayo sa ganitong tawag dito, scenario, 'di ba? I always strive hard, no, as a financial advisor to educate people. Hindi importante na malaki kagad, but ang importante is, starting right away. And siguro as to start our conversation this evening, I always want to remind our audience, no, and every single person that I get to talk to, no, while you can earn money, no, up to your last breath. For example, no, dati akong negosyante, if you have passive income, let's say you have real estate or a business that you have people to, to make, alam mo yun, to make the business, work, no, and continue to operate even if you're not around, kahit nasa hospital ka, di ba? Kaya mong kumita kahit hindi ka kahit wala yung presence mo doon. But you can never be insured forever because may hangganan. And what are these hangganan, no? Number one is your age. Number two, 'di ba, is your capacity to pay. Syempre, kung no matter how much you want to be covered, kung wala ka namang kapasidad, 'di ba? Then that would be also a problem. But most importantly, no, kahit na pasok ka sa age, regardless of how much money you have, But if your health, no, is not in a good condition anymore, then no life insurance company, no, will actually accept, no, you, no, as one of their policy holders. So having a health insurance is very important because we all have to go through a sickness, no, at some point in our lives, 'di ba? Sana lahat lagnat lang, 'di ba? Pero minsan even a simple dengue, no, can, can get to a more serious, no, illness, no. It has cost lives as well. So, yun.
Okay. So, importante talaga na magkaroon tayo ngayon ng health insurance. Pero sa panahon po ngayon kasi, may nagtanong sa atin, ito yung question
Mhm.
nila, how important ba nowadays? Kasi the health insurance, matagal na prior to pandemic, existing na siya. Right? But not
That's correct.
everyone is actually aware about the
Mhm.
health protection. So right now, na nagkaroon tayo ng pandemic, ang dami nang nagtatanong how they can actually avail. So how important ba for those pa rin na until now don't have any health insurance or health protection?
Okay. Actually, it's very important, no, if, if there's one thing that actually every single person should get right now or should look into is how they can avail one the soonest possible time. As you know, in our industry, no, sad stories, no, talagang, alam mo yon, talagang happens, no, right before our eyes. Minsan, mapa-client natin, kapamilya natin or kaibigan natin, 'di ba? You'll just get, sudden, no, sad news that they are now, positive with COVID. And regardless if, how much, protection or precautionary measures that they have taken, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about yung story ni Michael V, 'di ba? Divine
Yes.
Lee, 'di ba? I mean, they have not even, alam mo yun, have gotten out of the house, but, they still turn positive for whatever reason, no? Maybe the delivery, maybe, their household helpers, no? You never know, di ba? So, until such time na talagang ma-invent, no? Ma-introduce na yung vaccine that will really, prevent you from getting COVID, then it's still high time. And, actually, unfortunately, even during this pandemic, I have a lot of, people whom I know, no, who have also succumbed to death due to, number one, heart attack. Siguro, it's also the stress, no, na alam mo yon,
Yes.
that this
Tama.
pandemic has brought to all of us in so many levels. So, kung ako sa inyo, I will look into it. And honestly, the usual concern ng mga tao, mahal yan. But little do you know that it's as small as what? 1,000 to 1,500 per month, no? If you will divide the annual premium, no? Premium is basically the amount of money you need to pay, no, to the life insurance company for you to be covered, di ba? Para makakuha kayo ng health protection. Of course, marami tayong klase. And later on, probably, if we have time, we can go into those details. Anong klaseng health insurance ba? But if there's one health insurance that you should actually avail for yourself, is the hospital confinement. Kasi lahat takot magka-COVID di ba? I
Yes,
mean,
tama.
mild cases, you can stay at home, di ba? Hoping that you get well with, the proper medication, rest, no? And of course, no, other home remedies. But once you have to be rushed to the hospital, mas nakakatakot di ba? Na yung hospital bills, actually mas nakakatakot yung hospital bills than COVID itself. Kasi, di ba, ang daming lumabas, Lovely. I'm sure you know, no? I mean, I know
Sobra,
some
oo.
people, 5 days, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks lang sa hospital. And, their hospital bills talaga shoot up, no? I mean, up to how many millions, di ba? If you don't
I
have a health
agree.
insurance, where will you get all those money? Di ba?
I agree. Tama, tama po. Actually, nung nagkaroon din ng situation na gano'n, parang ang ginawa ko ay upgraded.
Right
my,
away.
my health
Kasi
right
hindi
away.
mo alam eh.
My health
Totoo yan.
protection. Kasi I cannot afford to lose that amount of money. Sobrang laki. Sabi ko, oh my God, ganun pala kamahal magkasakit. Kasi hindi pa
Swerte
ako
ka
never
pa.
pa. Oo.
So meaning, you have those money, at least, no? So alam niyo na, Smart Filipina is a millionaire kasi she cannot afford to lose, eh. Pero paano
Ayan.
kung if there's nothing to lose, di ba? I mean, there's so much to gain and, pun intended, no, to gain more utang. And unfortunately, hindi lang tayo yung naapektuhan, di ba? We have to think of the people who care about us, no? And that being said, yung pamilya natin. Kasi, humanity, regardless of the culture, the race, no, or country, when sickness comes into any family, di ba? It's just human nature na, the first individuals to rescue us would be our family members, regardless of how much we have, di ba?
Yes.
Lahat gagawin natin just to save a life.
Tama. The problem is, paano kung yung family natin is wala din? Kasi maswerte na tayo kung kung meron tayong savings and also yung family natin meron. Kaya nga yung health protection napaka-importante kasi especially tayo yung nagdadala ng income sa family. So,
That's
sino
correct.
na yung magbabayad ng mga medical expenses natin? Magagaano
Yes.
kahaba yung PC natin para ilabas yung ganitong halaga just for us to survive. Kasi at the end of the day, mas mahalaga pa rin yung buhay ng tao, ng mahal mo, kaysa kung gaano kadami yung pera mo. So,
That's
definitely,
true.
ibebenta mo na lahat ng pwede mong ibenta, mailigtas mo lang yung buhay ng
Just
mahal
to
mo.
save a life. That's very true.
Yes.
And siguro, just to add, no, Lovely, yung health insurance kasi doesn't only have to be, sold, no, or be offered, no, for individuals who earn an income. Kasi regardless, no, alam mo, that's one myth, no, that I have always been teaching my clients. Kasi sa health, walang pinipili. Regardless if you're a baby, you're a toddler, you're a teenager, you're a young adult, no, or, in your midlife stage, no, 'di ba? Sickness can strike to anyone. Regardless, no? Kung ikaw ang padre de pamilya or ikaw ang anak, di ba? I mean, someone has to pay for it. That's why if there are breadwinners, no? Even single individuals, we all belong to a family. Di ba? No man is an island nga eh. Wala namang nag-iisa dito sa mundo. We are all connected, sabi nga nila. Di ba? So, when you look into getting a health coverage, yes, you start with yourself because you want to be a responsible, no, family member to your loved ones, 'di ba? And you want to be a responsible, person for yourself, 'di ba? But I also want you to share, no, lalo na if meron kayong mga kapamilya na also being exposed, 'di ba? By virtue of the nature of their jobs, no?
Yes.
Hindi natin mapigilan eh, 'di ba? We are all in different situations right now. But yun nga, may priority tayong tinatawag. The more exposed you are, of course, if you're the breadwinner, no? But it doesn't stop there. If you guys can afford to get the whole family, di ba? Then I strongly suggest that you also consider that. Tapos, we just going to, allocate, no, the budget, no, or the fund that you have, no, for the whole family. Siyempre, may iba mas mataas, then yung iba, kahit basic, at least meron.
Yes. Kumbaga para at least lahat covered. Lahat ng,
That's
hindi ka
correct.
nag-worry na ikaw lang.
Mhm.
Kasi paano naman kung yung anak mo or yung asawa mo or kung sino yung mas exposed talaga sa labas. Which is tama yung sinabi mo, Sir Warner, na mas exposed ka sa labas, mas malaki yung chance na makakuha ka ng COVID. So, might as well protect yourself. So, it's also a prevention. Kasi kung ibig sabihin, kung palagi kang lumalabas, nagpapasok ka din ng income eh. 'Di ba? So, parang yung income natin mapupunta lang na lahat doon sa medical bills. Of course, we don't want that to happen. That's why we have our own savings, we have our own emergency fund. At the same time, we have a separate fund talaga just for our medical expenses lang talaga.
Tama.
Yes. So, meron nung other question. Aside from that, we also receive a question like, what are the benefits of health insurance? Kasi napag-usapan na natin kung gaano siya ka-importante ngayon. So, ano naman daw po yung benefits ng health insurance?
Well,
Kumbaga, ano,
benefits of yeah.
yes,
There are a lot of benefits, no, in terms of getting health insurance. I'm sure a lot of you guys would always think na, alam mo yun, or probably compare it to your HMO or ang tinatawag natin the more popular na health card, di ba? Like you go to the emergency room, and then the first thing that the nurse will ask you, may HMO po ba kayo or may health card, di ba? That's a totally different, protection plan, di ba? The health insurance, no, that Sun Life is offering, no, is basically, in a form of not reimbursement, or most a more right term, no, is through a claim. So meaning you enroll yourself for a specific amount, no. So for example, like our hospitalization product, which is what we call the Sun First Aid Plus, diba? The minimum that you can cover for yourself is 2,000 pesos. So that's plain and simple. You get hospitalized for 10 days. Since your plan is 2,000, we pay you 20,000. That's 10 days times 2,000. That's 20,000 pesos. And how much this plan would cost at my age, no? Sige, sabihin na natin yung age natin, and alam mo in public domain, no? I just turned 35 this year. Non-smoker, of course, that's also a factor, no, in computing the premium, the amount that you need to pay, no? In exchange of the protection the company is giving you. It's only 13,200. So lovely. Kung na 10 days, 'di ba? Nakakuha ka agad ng 20, 'di ba?
20, yes.
So you have already gained, no, how much. Kung magaling ka sa math, no, for some of our viewers, no, tumubo ka kagad ng 6,800. And the good thing about this health plan, no, very simple, very basic, is that you can claim up to 180 days in a year. And hindi lang
Wow.
natatapos doon, lovely. You can actually get twice as much pag ICU ang confinement, 'di ba? Pag severe cases of COVID, 'di ba? That's very timely. And then if long term ka naman stay sa hospital, on the 31st day, no, we will give you extra,
Pag
no,
severe cases of COVID.
2,000 pesos more. So, kumbaga 40 days ka sa hospital, yung first 30 days mo, that's only 2,000. And the next 10 days out of the 40 days, no, will now be paid for 4,000 pesos. Meron ding surgical benefits, no? Pag naoperahan ka, di ba? And I guess the best about this plan is you get a money back feature. So meaning, lovely, no, after you pay for a 10-year period, kalahati daw ng ibinayad mo, regardless if you have a claim or you don't have, no, you get it back. So that's the money back feature. So
True.
this is just some of the highlights, no. It's very simple, hassle-free, no, convenient plan. So that's the first benefit. Babayaran namin yung hospital confinement nyo. 'Di ba? Pag naoperahan kayo, we will also pay. As to how much, depende po yun sa gusto nyong kunin. The higher the plan or the coverage, 'di ba? The bigger that you can actually claim from the life insurance company. And then the other product naman, which is of course for me the best in the industry, no bias, no? Siyempre, I do a lot of my comparative analysis in the industry. Of course, since coming from, in a proud Sun Lifer here, I bleed yellow, is our Sun Fit and Well. It's a comprehensive health and wellness plan. So, from prevention, pag na-diagnose ka, to hospitalization, to treatment, no? 'Di ba? And up to recovery, and up to living benefits, no? Sun Life has something in store for you. This is a more loaded, but of course, in terms of the budget, mas malaki ang kailangang allocation natin. Pero kagandahan dito, lovely, you only have to pay for 10, 15, or 20 years, but up to 100, you're already covered. And if there's one thing that I'd like to share to our viewers tonight is think of it as this way. No, while you are still young, you still have the capacity to pay, 'di ba? you start setting up money to build your medical fund. 'Di ba? Kasi kadramihan sa atin sasabihin, lovely, sa bangko na lang ako magtatabi. 'Di ba? Para in case
Yes.
magkasakit ako, I'll just withdraw money. Kung hindi man ako magkasakit, I can use it somewhere else. And that's the usual, no?
Mm-mm.
Rebuttal that we get from our clients. Tama ba ako? Kasi
Yes.
nga, it's, alam mo yon, delayed gratification. 'Di ba? Sabi nga natin sa insurance industry, no? 'Di ba? You get insurance when you don't need it. Because when the time comes that you need it, 'di ba? Life insurance, won't be there anymore to approve you. 'Di ba? Parang ano lang 'yan eh. Pag-ibig minsan, pero let's not go into that. Let's stick to health. Mas maayos na usapan 'to eh, 'di ba? So, 'yun no. So, ganun lang. And when you want to be covered, let's say for 1 million, the insurance company will not ask 1 million naman. So
Yes.
at our
Tama.
age, no, lovely, etong Sunfit and Well na sinasabi ko, will protect you from critical illnesses like, the big C, no? Let's say you get a stroke, no? Or you suffered stroke, or in your later years, you get to have Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, di ba? We pay you out. For a 1 million coverage, no, it will only cost me about 68,000 per year. 'Di ba? So times 10, that's 680. Anong mas mura, lovely? 680 o 1 million? Siyempre yung 680. And then, am I gonna ask 680,000 in one go? No. You will spread it out in a span of 10 years. So sasabihin sa akin ng client, Warner, sa bangko ko na lang itatabi yung 68 every year, 'di ba? Kung hindi ako magkasakit, pwede kong gamitin for travel or to buy other things, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
But the point is, here in Sun Life, no, once you pay that 68,000 pesos, again, this is based on my age, 35 male non-smoker for a 1 million coverage of that Fit and Well, from day one, no, I'm already protected. And you know what, lovely? But the good thing about this is, it also gets to be converted to a life coverage. So meaning, if hindi ako magkasakit, no, knock on wood, something happens to me, di ba? The family will get the money. So this is what I call, you get sick, you get the money, you die, your family gets the money, you live long and healthy, you also get the money. May talo ka ba, lovely? Wala, di ba?
Wala,
Okay.
wala.
And then, I believe you also have viewers, no, who are, or probably viewers who would be interested to get their parents, di ba? Parents in their, mid-50s or even in their early 60s, no? Due to the success of this Sun Fit and Well, Sun Life have introduced, no, the Sun Senior Care. And as the tagline goes, no, your best care, no, for your best years, di ba? Ang
Yes.
ganda, di ba? But you don't want to wait until 40s before you start getting a plan. Kasi pag 40s ka na po, ang premium nyo, mga 80 plus thousand na, close to 90. 'Di ba? And if we have viewers here at 20 plus years old, it can even go as low as 50 plus thousand. Kung gusto nyo hong makover ng 1 million, but your fund allocation is not as high, then Sun Life, no, has made it even, easier for you on the pocket. So, meron tayong lovely 15 years, 'di
Mm-mm.
ba? Meron
Yes.
din tayong 20 years.
20.
Yes, mas matagal. Pero you always have to ask yourself, what is the objective of getting this plan? Your objective is not to earn money. Your objective is to make sure, when you, no, you get diagnosed with a certain illness or dun sa kaninang plan you get hospitalized, di ba? Merong magbabayad ng medical bills for you. So that's technically, no, the top two benefits. And late last year, lovely, we're very proud to remind, no, our general viewer as well, the Sun Life, no, has came up with as a cancer centric plan or product. That's what we call the Sun Cancer Care. And what is the rationale, no, or rationale, or the reason behind Sun Life coming up with this product? Plain and simple. The top reason of claims, no, of some of our policyholders, is due to the big C, 'di ba? And naman, no, how painful it is. Painful
Yes.
already on physical and mental, but very painful as well on the pocket. So these are just some of the plans that you can look into. Your critical illness plan, kahit na may HMO kayo, guys, no? Alam ko marami dito are still working, no? Sasabihin sa atin, 'di ba, Lovely? Hindi ko kailangan yun, Warner. Meron naman akong HMO sa company. But
Yes,
always
oo.
remember that your benefits in the company is coterminous. 'Di ba? Parang gobyerno, 'di ba? Pag natanggal ng presidente or yung nakaupo diyan kung ano mang posisyon yan, tanggal din ng mga empleyado. Automatic change. So basically, once you retire, lalo na ngayon, no, it's been very sad na a lot of people are being laid off every day, One day you have a job, the following day
Wala
your
na.
the company can only pay you half if you want to stay, and then the next thing you know, after another month, no, you're on the list of the people who will be laid off, or worse, no, the whole company will shut down, and suddenly wala ka na ring health plan, 'di ba? Even for those people who have been with their companies for 15-20 years and have fully maximized their health card, you still need to get one because you don't get it once you resign or once you retire. Sabi ko nga, anong reason, Lovely? Two things. Mahal na siya masyado. And my next question is, how sure can you be that you are still healthy? Diba? Walang
Tama,
pinipili ang illness eh.
tama.
Regardless nga of how healthy you are, no? There are so many reasons, no, why a person, no, can get sick, 'di ba? Some can be natural, some can be hereditary, 'di ba? Aside from lifestyle.
Mm-mm.
So, you want to have a hospitalization, sige, kung may HMO ka, punta tayo sa critical illness, 'di ba? Kung meron ka ng HMO, may critical illness ka na, probably you want to look into the sun cancer care as well. This is the probably the most neglected, no, category, no, when people start to consider getting a life insurance. Kaya nga life insurance eh, 'di ba? Parati gusto patay. Ngayon, meron namang health, ayaw naman. When it was my time, when I entered the company, we don't have all these products that I have mentioned. Di ba? And now, with alam mo yun, the different variants of health products in the industry, it is now your chance to take advantage. I know that you guys probably would be thinking na yun nga, no, masyadong mahal or this is not my priority, no. But please, no, listen to me. As Lovely, you can message me on Facebook, no, and the other advisors who have invited you here tonight, no, just consult with them. Wala hong bayad mag-consult. At the end of the day, you decide for your life, you decide for your future, di ba? You decide for your health, not us. Our job is to only educate you and give you options. Okay? Sige.
Yes. Tama, tama. I agree with you, Sir Warner, no? And sa panahon kasi ngayon, kumbaga, bakit kailangan natin? It's because yung lifestyle natin. Kahit hindi man natin sabihin, sobrang nabago na yung lifestyle natin. Andiyan na yung mga fast food, andiyan na yung mga
That's true.
soda, tapos nandiyan na yung stress, lalo na kung graveyard ka pa. Kaya nga siya tinawag na graveyard eh, kasi sa gabi. So, yung health mo, kung bata ka ngayon, kaya pang magpuyat. Kasi before, ako, kaya kong gising ng kahit ilang oras, kahit 4 hours lang yung tulog or 3 hours lang. That was before. Pero habang nagkakaedad ka, nagde-deteriorate din yung health mo. At
That's
samahan
correct.
pa dyan ng stress, samahan pa dyan ng kinakain mo na everyday, hindi ka naman nakakapagluto. Lalo-lalo na yung mga empleyado na wala silang parents, yung mga independent, walang nagluluto for them. So anong ginagawa nila? They just buy food na ready to cook na, which is napakadaming preservatives. So kahit nakalagay dyan na vegetables, pero hindi mo pa rin masasabi kung wala ba yung 100% na organic ba yung kinakain mo. Kasi it's not 100% organic. Meron talagang preservatives na nakalagay dyan. So, isa pa yung additional sa kinakain mo na pwede ding magkaroon ng effect sa health mo. Kaya, kahit palagi tayong nag-exercise or magkaroon tayo ng vitamins, still, at some point in our life pa din, magkakaroon tayo ng possibility. May possibility pa rin na, alam mo yon na magkaroon ng problem when it comes sa health natin.
That's correct.
Yes. And so, for being said that, Sir Warner, meron din tayong question here about ito. Can we combine ba? Kasi yung iba, gusto nila lahat meron.
All in one.
Retirement, oo. Can we combine? Kasi ang dami kong nai-encounter sa page ko. May health na, tas ano yung priority? Is it retirement savings, health protection? Pwede po ba lahat may health, retirement savings in one plan? So what can you suggest?
Okay. Well, technically, no, as you all know, the most popular product in the market right now is the VUL or the variable life insurance, di ba? And you know, due to the flexibility of the product, no, that's why a lot of people are, talagang being magnetized, no, to get this plan is you can attach riders. Riders, ano ho ba riders? Ito ho yung mga additional benefits, no, that can, give you added protection. And, you can attach hospitalization benefits, you can attach a critical illness benefit. But since there are only attachments or riders, no, or add-ons, whatever term the life insurance company is using, di ba? Merong hindi siya as comprehensive. Hindi mas malaki yung or malawak, no, yung protection that the riders are giving you. Yes, you can combine. But me as the advisor, I want different objectives, no, to be, solely, being served, no, with a specific plan. So, case in point, Lovely, no, kunyari meron akong client, let's say you're my client, tatanungin ko, ma'am, ano bang objective mo? Nasabi mo sa akin, actually, nakakatakot, nakakapraning yung COVID eh. So, gusto ko talaga kumuha ng health protection. I make sure, if you tell me health protection, I will ask first, no, ano na ba yung mga coverage na meron ka? 'Di ba? Because my job is to make sure na I stretch your available fund for this, no? 'Di ba? Without having to do much of duplication. Okay lang mag-duplicate kasi kung maliit lang talaga yung initial mo and you are very aware that this, if something happens to me, your initial coverage will not be sufficient, then magduduplicate ka. But technically, you're upgrading your health protection. Kung retirement naman, ganun din tatanong ko, ano na bang meron ka? Pero, pag binigyan mo ako ng certain budget, sabi mo sa akin, sige, Sir Warner, I think kaya ko magtabi ng 5 or 10,000 per month. That's 120,000 per year, di ba? And then, we will what is your priority right now? Or is it your retirement? Diba? So, after doing the, after getting all the information, diba? And, the fund allocation, no, that you are willing to, to pay, no, or shell out for this protection, then I will make now my recommendation. So the answer can be yes, kung gusto niyo ho talaga na you just starting, tapos gusto niyo covered na kayo ng hospitalization, critical illness, and at the same time retirement, di ba? Then the VUL product, no, is the right plan for you. But, no, kahit hindi ganun kalakihan ng budget, no, pwede kayong kumuha ng several plans in one go. Kailangan nyo lang alamin kung ano yung available sa inyo. And of course, no, 'di ba? By collaborating, no, with a good advisor, 'di ba? Knowing what is the best product for you, 'di ba? Based on your profile, based on your tawag dito, budget, 'di ba? and other information that you will disclose to them, and we can actually recommend ano yung mga options, no, that would be best suitable, no, for you. Kasi yun nga pag bata, Lovely, maraming pwede. And believe
Mm-mm.
me, as you actually age, pag tumungtong ka, ako ha, this is my take on majority of my clients. Once you reach age 40, your options, no, starts to go down. Kaya kung nasa 37, 38, no, this is your chance. Tsaka yung premium bigla akong tumataas.
Tataas.
'Di ba?
Oo.
Kaya 40 is the magic number. Don't wait until you're 40. Pagdating ng 40, dyan din tumataas lahat ng cholesterol level, lumalabas ang diabetes. Oh, that's one thing pala, no, Lovely, that I want to remind our viewers tonight. Um, Health insurance products, no, are the most tedious products that you get to avail, no, and have it approved. Kasi nga dito magkasakit ka lang, bayad gagad si life insurance Dati yung iba kailangan mo mawala, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
Kailangan kang tawagin ni San Pedro. Pag na-meet mo yung San Pedro, tsaka lang maglalabas ng pera. And it would take a lot of years or probably even decades. But dito magkasakit ka, we pay you out right away. So kung medyo may nararamdaman na ho kayo, 'di ba? This is now your
Kumuha na
chance,
kayo.
no? Have that urgency, 'di ba? To get na kasi baka minsan paranoid lang tayo, no? And you know what, Lovely, no? I just like to share to everyone tonight, no, na alam mo, life insurance applications have saved so many lives. Unfortunately, no, some of our interested buyers did not get to avail the products that they want because you know why? Because during the appraisal or the approval process, no, they were asked to undergo a specific test, 'di ba? Kasi nga may nararamdaman sila. And it was only then that they found out that they have this illness already, like a liver damage or kidney issues, 'di ba? But you know what? If not because the makulit advisor who have invited you to listen to me or to Lovely, kung meron dito hindi pa kumukuha kay Lovely, no? Kausapin niyo na siya, maawa kayo sa kanya, no? But no, do yourself a favor, okay? Because, I salute all the financial advisors out there who have not been giving up, no? Kahit gaano kadaming scene zones, kahit ganong rejections, heartaches, no? 'Di ba? Mas matindi ang heartaches dito kaysa sa love, no? Kaya salute to all the advisors. But give them a chance, listen to your advisors because they can save lives. We may not be
Yeah.
doctors or nurses, but because of us, no, we can unfold a lot of things. Also, that being said, no, realizations.
Yes, tama, tama. Tsaka kung nag invest nga din tayo, Sir Warner, sa mga tao, no, sa yung sinasabi nga love, sa mga taong
Mm-hmm.
wala naman tayong siguradong meron tayong return. Bakit hindi tayo mag-invest kay Sun Life? Or di kaya sa mga kahit anong insurance companies man, kung saan mas komportable kayo or kahit sa kaninong trusted financial advisor ninyo. So why not invest naman for ourselves? If we
That's right.
invest for other people, we invest something na we have a return naman. And this is
Correct.
not only for ourselves, but also for our family, sa mga taong umaasa sa atin. Tsaka ang goal po talaga ng mga financial advisor is hindi para lang po mangulit sa inyo dahil gusto nila kayong magkaroon ng insurance or bentahan kayo ng insurance. Because they care. Kung
That's
hindi
true.
po sila nagki-care sa inyo, hindi nila kayo bebentahan or hindi nila kayo kukulitin kasi they want na secure yung family ninyo Kasi if I don't care sa'yo, I will not gonna offer you this health protection. Because I know na later down the line, you're gonna need that. You're gonna thank me. Why nagiging makulit kami sa inyo to have this health protection. So kahit hindi naman po sa amin, no, or kahit basta saan sa trusted advisor niyo, I encourage everyone, smart ladies and supportive gentlemen, to have yourself a health insurance or retirement or savings, kahit ano, importante kung ano yung mas suit for you. Yan. So I think shoutout muna tayo kay ayan, si Arman. Andito pala si Arman, no? Arman. Hello, Arman. Thank you. Thank
Hi,
you.
Armand.
Yes. And also to Hazel. Hazel is also here right now. Thank you, Hazel. Ayan, I think okay na si Marga. Hello? Hello, Marga? Ayan.
Hi, good evening.
Saan ka pumunta? Nag-alok ka ba ng
Grabe.
health products?
Malapit na nga nagme-message na ako privately sa mga clients. Grabe, no? So, talagang very live tayo. So, shout out naman sa Converge. Hindi ako makakonect sa internet namin.
Bigyan ng jacket yung
Converge,
Converge.
nag-a-apply ako sa inyo pero wag na lang. Baka masaktan din ako katulad ni Marga. Mahal mag-upgrade ng plan, no? Baka kulang pa yung sakit sa puso at stress, no? Dahil sa inyo. Joke lang.
Anyway, so yun, actually, nakikinig ako while I'm on the background, no? So, yes, very true yung mga sinabi ni Sir Warner, no? Health is wealth nga, ika nga, diba? So, definitely, we need to invest something for ourselves. And, syempre, as a client, myself, no, I really make sure na I have something or I have a fund for not only for the future, no, like saving for life milestones, but even having my own health fund. Para if in case dumating yung time na mangailangan ako, alam mo yun, hindi ko na bubulabugin kung sino yung mga, let's say, family mo. Kasi syempre, your family is there to support you, to fight for you, whatever happens. But at the end of the day, syempre, we don't want na nahihirapan yung family natin, especially pagdating sa financial, pag nagkaroon sila ng financial burden mo. So, ayan. But I have a question lang pala, Sir Warner.
Yes.
Kasi, kasi madalas din, I have clients in Sun Life na yung mga parents, they wanted to get insurance for their kids.
Mhm.
Meron ba tayong insurance, like, let's say, health insurance for kids?
Well, yeah, we actually do, no? Nabanggit ko nga kay Lovely kanina of the options, no, or the products that I have mentioned, no. The Sun Fit and Well, 'di ba? Kahit 0 8 pa, no, just check with your advisors lang, no, how many days old before we get to
Mm-mm.
cover them. And I believe, no, 30 days lang, no, pwede na kayong mag-cover even babies kasi ang laki ng difference eh. 'Di ba sa
Mm-mm.
akin, 35
Mm-mm.
for 1 million coverage, no?
Mm-mm.
I need to pay around 68,000. Don't you know, for actually pag babies medyo mas
Mm-mm.
mahal because they're also risky. Pero pag toddler
Mm-mm. High
years
risk.
na, let's
Mm-mm.
say 2 years old and above, no? Alam niyo bang nasa
Mm-mm.
20 plus lang, no? Or 30,000 lang per million. Ganun siya kamura, 'di ba? And sabi
Mm-mm.
ko nga, Marga, walang pinipili kasi ang health eh. So, if
Yes.
you can set
Oo.
aside, no, this is what we call setting aside for your medical funding when the time comes, di ba? And the
Mm-mm.
good thing about our health plans, Marga, is, yun nga, tayo lang yung health plan na participating. Meaning ng participating is that you also get to earn dividends, di ba? Kumbaga,
Oh, okay. Mm-mm.
you know, you're a participating plan holder of Sun Life of Canada Philippines, no? So every year, after you pay the 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, depending on the type of payment period you will be availing, di ba? You start getting dividends also. Meron ka ring bonuses. So to answer your question, no, napahaba na naman, kaya alam mo naman ako, I always expound, di ba? Um, Pag even babies, toddlers, or teenage years, no? So, sa mga may mga lola dyan or lolo pa, di ba? 'Di ba? Instead of asking for a gadget, 'di ba? As your 'di ba? Ngayon kasi syempre nasa bahay tayo, 'di ba? Maybe you could change things up. I'm sure, no, lolo, lola, or even
Mm-mm.
your mom, your dad, no, can actually give you, no. And as I call it, no, the gift of life, 'di ba? May iba naman.
Yes.
Actually ako, yan ang ano ko eh, yan ang parating entrada ko sa mga inaanak ko, 'di ba? Oh, pero wag niyo akong kunin ninong, no? Kota na po, 'di ba? Pero baka biglang
Oy, pero
dumami yung
that's
ano.
hayaan mo as Sir Warner in the future, alam mo na. Pero
Okay.
alam mo, that's a good tip, no? Pero that's a good tip, especially for those people nga na, let's say, if they're planning to, kunwari, meron silang mga aanakin sa tawag sa binyag, ganyan, no? It's actually perfect gift nga, no, to these kids na at least kahit paano, itong binibigay mo, tawag nga natin is the gift of love. Ito yung mga bagay na hindi nagde-depreciate yung value. Which is, di ba, as the years goes by, mas nag-appreciate nga yung value niya, unlike yung mga material or tangible things like cellphone or mga different
True.
gadgets na after a year, mababa na ulit yung value niya. So, yeah, that's a good tip to our viewers. So, alam niyo na, kapag magre-regalo kayo sa mga inaanak ninyo, kuha
Actually,
na
yun
kayo
yung
ng
iniisip ko,
health
Marga, eh.
insurance.
Yung prior to pandemic kasi, I was invited for a wedding. Is iniisip ko,
Mm-mm.
instead na magregalo ako ng kung mga gift na nakikita, parang gusto ko regalo na lang yung insurance sa kanila. At least for years pa yung aabutin, 'di ba, ng na protected sila. Yan.
Mm-mm.
And also, shoutout pala kay din natin, shoutout talaga, no? Kay Nalisa Fermin, nag-message siya sa akin ngayon. She's actually watching ngayon sa atin. Hi, Nalisa! Thank you so much for watching us. Ayan. Okay, so, question din natin, may nagtanong ulit dito from sender natin. Although, diniscuss na natin to kanina, pero may question pa rin, is health insurance ba like an HMO? Kasi ang dami ko pa rin nare-receive na question. So, at least we can also hear from Sir Warner and from Marga about this one. Is health insurance like an HMO?
Well, technically, HMO will be still falling under health insurance in a way, di ba? Kaya pag may nagtatanong, kasi iba-iba tayo ng meaning, eh. Iba-iba tayo ng
Mm-mm.
definition, iba-iba tayo ng idea what
Mm-mm.
is, health insurance. And sabi ko nga, since ito yung pinakasikat, lalo na for our employed, no, segment, no, of our viewers this evening, yan yung unang, nila, no, yan yung top of mind, no? Since ngayon lang, actually, the wave of the health insurance products, no, from the life insurance company, no, it's just very, no, very recent, no. Having to say that recent, probably just about, what, the last 3 to 4 years pa lang, di ba? Kaya hindi pa ganon kataas yung awareness level ng mga tao na hindi lang HMO ang available product that they can avail in the market. Siguro, dudugtungan na lang natin, Marga, ano ba ang tawag dito? Ano ba ang mas importante or ano bang uunahin? Honestly, both of them are important. Okay? Sa bawat produkto, may pros and cons.
Yes.
Diba?
Mm-mm.
The job of a very good advisor, that's why you have to get from Marga, from Lovely. Of course, you can also get from me if you wish to, diba? Is to know, no, what's in it for you. Diba? So it's okay to compare, no? But of course, it's also important na when you get a health insurance from a life insurance company, no, through a life tawag dito, insurance advisor, 'di ba? Mas maganda yung guidance eh. It's very thorough. Holistic ang approach, no? Unlike with HMO, iba kasi yung serbisyo eh. It's basically just buying the product. Ito po yung mga inclusions nyo. You have questions and they can still assist you. But I feel like we have different approaches. We have different types of servicing that we provide, no, to our clientels. So parehas siyang meron. So yung may HMO na po, you guys are very lucky because your companies are actually giving it, no, on top because it's not mandatory naman for companies to provide HMOs eh. 'Di ba? Kumbaga add-on benefits 'yan, no? Pero no, don't neglect, no, to get also, no, your critical illness plans. Kasi I believe, Lovely, ang maximum, no, protection coverage for HMOs usually per illness is only about 200,000.
Actually,
Diba?
mataas na nga yung 200.
Mataas na. Yung iba 100 lang. O yung iba
100,
50,000 o
150.
50,000 lang. Diba?
Yes.
So, you don't really feel it because you're not the one paying for it. But I have clients, no, on top of their health plans here in Sun Life, meron pa silang HMO. But these are for people na who can really afford, 'di ba? Kasi guys, alam nyo, kung magko-compare kayo, no, mas mahal pa ho ang health card, no, as compared to, majority of our health and accident products. So it pays, no, to do your assignment, no, by asking. Kahit ako, meron akong portfolio eh. Papakita ko sa kliyente, 'di ba? Transparency, no, is the name of my game. Full disclosure, 'di ba? Yan ang kailangan eh para our clients, no, will have trust with us, no, not only for this year or this product, no, but no, for a lifetime.
Yes, tama po yan, Warner. And also guys, kung may questions kayo, you can comment in our comment section para mas ma-address natin kaagad habang nandito pa si Sir Warner. Kung meron kayong clarifications and questions, so maitanong na natin. So this one is questions ng ating mga viewers prior ng ating session. So we also have questions here like from a sender. I am 60 years old and I want to have a health protection. What is the best plan you can suggest? Kasi I think we've already discussed na yung different plans, Sir Warner, no? But meron kasing parang may specific plans kasi para sa mga ganitong age. Kasi nga, sabi nga ninyo, limited na yung plans na available kapag tumatanda na tayo.
Yes. Okay. So to answer specifically this question, no, for our sender, no, at this age, you can still actually avail of our Sun Fit and Well. Our Sun Senior Care, yes, you're already a senior po, no, pero you can still avail of our Sun Fit and Well. And you are already on kumbaga, the last, no, chance, no, to avail this. Pero hopefully you are a non-smoker kasi pag smoker po hanggang lower age po yung cut off natin. Kasi syempre as you know naman, no, if someone is really smoking, then of course there are higher, no, risk, no, for that individual. So if you're a non-smoker and you're 60, you can still avail of our Sun Fit and Well. I have a client already before. I believe he was in his late 50s, no. Ang ginawa ho namin yung allocation ng fund niya, no. We divided it po into Sun Fit and Well, no, and Sun Cancer Care naman po. So depending on your situation. That is
The health
why
conditions.
don't be surprised po na if you talk to an advisor, we will tell you right away what you should get, 'di ba? A thorough interview must happen. Isipin niyo lang ho, parang pupunta kayo sa hospital or sa doctor's clinic. And then, the doctor cannot prescribe you as you enter the room just by looking at you. Let's say, lovely, I think you have a ruptured appendicitis. I need to operate on you right now without having to touch you or have to go to undergo through tests, no? Or,
Yes.
observe you. It doesn't work that way. Kaya when someone, when you approach an advisor, don't expect them to give you alam mo yun, an outright answer. And if an advisor would do that, 'di ba? Probably you may want to look for another advisor, because they're rushing into the sale eh. Sabi ko nga selling, no, is only a part, no, of the many things that we get to do.
Yes.
That's why they changed, no, dati ang tawag sa advisor is agent, 'di ba? Talagang salesperson ang dating. Hindi ko kami salesperson, no? Being a salesperson is just one of the many roles, no, that we play, no, out there. So again, salute to all the advisors there. Keep doing what you're doing because the world needs us.
Yes, tama yun. And okay na si Marga.
Hi, I'm back. Pasulpot-sulpot
Bibigyan ko na
ako.
talaga ng jacket yung Converge mo. Yes, and I agree with Sir Warner, no, yung sinabi niya talaga na kasi yung iba ang dami kong na-encounter na gusto agad malaman kung magkano, anong plan to, anong benefits nito. Hindi pa nga nila alam kung ano ba talaga yung gusto nila, ano ba talaga yung priority nila. Gusto kaagad nila malaman magkano kaagad yung babayaran nila. So, syempre, pag nalaman na agad nila na ganito yung babayaran, hindi naman po yun fit doon sa kailangan ninyo. Kaya, kailangan talaga nating magkaroon ng consultation. And it's free naman po. So, wag nating irarush na gusto agad natin malaman kung anong plan to, anong meron sa plan
Tsaka
na
yung
to. Kasi,
mga,
tama, yes. Yes, go ahead, Marga. Hello, Marga?
yun, very important yun, yung consultation or what we call nga the need the advice to make sure that you need to learn na it's really power. And this is actually a long-term commitment for them.
Hello? Marga? I think nagkaroon ng problem sa internet connection mo na hindi namin narinig yung last part. Ayan. Anyway, while fixing po doon sa connection ni Marga. So yun nga po, no. So we need to consult first. We need to know first kung ano yung kailangan ninyo bago kami mag-prescribe ng any plans. Parang doktor lang na hindi pwedeng kasi na-experience ko, Sir Warner, no. Kasi before, nagkaroon ako ng malaking parang bukol dito sa eyes ko. Kasi sobrang parang graveyard yung shift ko. And ang nangyari is that paragi kaming nagpupuyat. And so sobrang stress. So ang nangyari, nagkaroon siya ng bukol dito. So I consulted a doctor with this clinic. Sabi nung doctor, chinek lang niya, tinignan lang niya yung mata ko. Pagtingin niya sa mata ko,
Okay.
sabi niya, okay, kailangan nating operahan. Natakot ako. Kasi agad yung mata ko. Sabi ko, ayoko magkaroon ng peklat or scar yung mata ko. Sabi ko, ang liit lang naman ng bukol, tapos bakit kailangan ka agad operahan ako? Tapos tinanong niya ako, do you have a health card? Sabi niya gano'n. Nagtanong ka agad siya sa akin. And then on that day, agad-agad, gusto niya akong operahan, schedule ng operation. Sabi ko, ay doc, wait lang. Pag-iisipan ko po muna yung operation. Sabi ko gano'n. So parang din, instead na magkaroon ako ng trust doon sa doctor, nagkaroon ako ng doubt. Kasi parang nangyari sa akin, gusto niya kaagad na kumita eh. Kasi gusto niya kaagad gamitin yung health card ko for that certain operation.
Yeah.
So, what I did is I consulted another doctor, a second opinion na doctor. And sabi ng doctor sa akin, okay, kailangan check niya and there's a check-up and everything, may mga questions. And saka siya nagbigay sa akin ng prescription without operation. It's just a prescription of what you need to take, what you need to do, and when you're going to take that, and is it fit on your condition. And finalo ko lang doon na walang anything, hindi kailangan ng operation. So same as what we do with, giving you the right plan. So we need to know, kung ano yung nararamdaman ngayon or kung ano yung kailangan nyo in the future before we actually give you the plan that fits on your need and on your budget.
So I guess I have another the take pala, no, Lovely, since we're yun nga, no, what you actually shared is very unfortunate, no, like even professionals like doctors would want to take advantage of our
Yes.
HMO companies, no. So I do hope it's not as rampant nga, di ba, as how we have been hearing these kinds of stories in the market. Yung HMO po kasi, it's cashless transaction. So, kailangan mo lang dala yung health card mo, then of course, no, then the downside of this is basically you have to go to accredited hospitals and accredited doctors, di ba? Sometimes we already have doctors whom we are comfortable to deal with. Like ikaw ba, Lovely, gusto mong bumalik pa dun sa doktor na yun na gusto kang operahan?
Ay, hindi
Right
na.
when ayaw mo na, di ba?
Nagkaroon ako ng doubt
Accredited.
sa kanya eh.
Accredited
Yes.
siya. Pero kung gusto mo naman dun sa ibang doctor mo dahil hiyang ka na and you trust his decisions and how he has been treating you, pero hindi siya accredited, then your HMO is going to be useless. You are now forced to a doctor or a hospital, that is out of your comfort zone. Unlike here with your health insurance plans, no, in Sun Life, no, we actually, give you back the money, of course, in the form of check, no, or deposit to your account after you file a claim. You just have to fill up a number of documents, no, and then after filling them out and submitting the requirements needed, diba? Like the prognosis or the billing from the hospital, no, stamped with by the billing department or section of the hospital, no, you submit it into Sun Life, di ba? As long as complete ho ang requirements nyo, we can have your claims, no, release naman, no, the soonest possible time. May mga delays lang po kasi may mga clients din na hindi rin kagad lang nakukumpleto by virtue of, different reasons, no, out there. So, 'di ba dito, sabi ko nga critical illness ka. There are so many ways kasi in healing, 'di ba? And we have to respect anong options ang gusto ng isang individual. Some would go through the alternative medicine. Some will have to go through the Western medicine, which is the hospital, di ba? Yan yung mga injection, yung mga chemotherapy. Some would probably even want to go abroad, di ba? So dito, ma-diagnose ka, let's say a Sun Fit and Well, na-diagnose ng cancer, stage 3, no? Let's say prostate cancer for males, di ba? You get, let's say, you have a 5 million plan, we give you the 5 million, di ba? And then, you utilize the money, no? In whatever way, in whichever hospital, no? And whichever country, no, you want to get your treatment. So that's flexibility, 'di ba? In having to spend, no, the money that Sun Life will actually, give you, 'di ba? So that's one important highlight between, alam mo yun, the difference between an HMO and having a health insurance product, no, being offered by insurance companies.
Yes, tama. And Sir Warner, we have a question from our viewers. Ayan.
Mhm.
Question po. Single po, walang anak. Just in case may mangyari sa akin, may makukuha po kaya yung parents ko?
I guess, hi Georgina, thank you for that wonderful question, no? Yes, no? Kasi ang health plans ng Sun Life, no, are all, no, with an end or clause, whichever comes first. Sabi ko nga, may magkasakit ka, you get to utilize the money, di ba? May mangyari sa'yo, and I guess sabi dun sa mangyari, ayaw lang natin sabihin, no? Tinawag na tayo ni Lord, hindi na tayo pababalikin ulit dito sa earth, no? Dun sa katawang lupa natin, no? Then of course, no, your parents. Because every time you sign up an application form, no, you will be asked sino ho yung mga beneficiaries na gusto nyong isulat or ilagay. In case naman, no, Georgina, probably you're still very young, no? Regardless of your age, if in the future you want to change your beneficiary, as long as there's insurable interest, no? Asawa man yan, no? Or honestly, guys, for our viewers, you can also nominate, no? Tawag dito, mga, anong tawag ba dito, Lavi, na blank tuloy ako bigla, mga non-profit organization or foundation, no, as your beneficiaries. Kasi minsan may mga ganyan tayo na-encounter, no? They're already orphan, there's a single child lang sila, di ba? Then yes, you can nominate a foundation of your liking, di ba? May it be Home for the Aged or Town Boys, Boys Town pala, di ba? Yung mga ganyan.
Yan, ayun. So I hope nasagot natin yung question mo, Georgina. Thank you so much for asking that. And next from our sender, yung kanina lang talaga, nagtanong siya, no? This one. Meron bang both accident and illness plan? So I think na discuss na din ni Sir Warner to, yung pinakauna nang diniscuss. But can you elaborate, Sir Warner, para sa both accident and illness plans? Kasi we have like accidental death, and we also have like the accident due to yung na-injured lang.
Okay. That's in Sun Life we call our category, no, as health H&A category or health and accident because they go hand in hand. Kasi syempre pag gusto mo talaga ng, let's say, na-aksidente ka and then you want to be treated with injuries, no, then the product right for you is what we call the Sun First Aid Plus. Yung accidental death po na rider, it's usually for the cause of death. Pero if you want to get treated or get treatment, no, and get reimbursements, pag na-confine kayo, then that's the Sun First Aid Plus. But if also the client, leaves, no, or may mangyari nga, or, the operative word dies, no, due to accident, meron pa rin hong payout. So, you just have to let us know what are your concerns, ano yung mga tawag dito, running at the back of your mind, so we can really recommend the best, no, or the right product for you.
Okay, that's good. All right, okay pa ba, Sir Warner, to answer one more question
Of
pa?
course. Gusto mo
Okay,
hanggang
so
12 midnight, okay lang tayo eh, di ba?
okay. So may nag-message po kasi sa atin privately sa ating Smart Filipino page, si Ma'am Neri Ann Dataya. Hi, Ma'am Neri. For your question po, I would like to answer that question to you, pero gusto ko din na marinig na din yung answer from Sir Warner na din kasi it's very timely na din doon sa question mo. What are the requirements needed to apply for health insurance?
Okay, very good. Good question po yan, Miss Neri. No? Good evening po sa inyo. So, well, basically, you have to, number one, to be present, no, in the country, regardless if we're doing our online remote selling, no, you have to be in the Philippine soil. Regardless kung nasa Batanes ho kayo, or nasa Sulu, or nasa Holo, pwede ho yan. Number two, you have to have a valid government-issued ID. And then there will be an application form. No, the application form would consist majority of the information we need to gather, no, for your application to be appraised. And since again this is a health and accident plan that you will be availing, no, answering, no, the health questionnaire portion of the application form, no, is very important. We just don't only answer it, no, but we have to make sure that we answer it, no, with precision, meaning we have to be thorough, no, para at least when the time comes na magkakaroon ho tayo ng claim, sana hindi naman po, di ba? Pero if that happens, no, wala hong mako-contest ang Sun Life sa atin pabalik. So mabilis ho ang payout ng company. Kaya ho importante yan, no. Minsan may na-interview kami gustong kumuha but hindi ho kagad na approve. And that is why again, I would like to remind everyone na urgency, no, talaga must be present, no, as you listen to this tawag ito, um discussion this evening.
Yes, tama. Miss Neri, I hope na sagot natin yung question mo. And don't worry, later I'll also message you back dun sa ating Smart Filipina page so we can discuss it further on how we can actually, customize a plan that fits for you and your need na din. Ayan. So, hi Marga, how are you? Kumusta na? Are you, ano ba? Okay na ba yung ating connection dyan sa Converge na yan? Mukhang tatawagan ko na sila.
I cannot promise.
Ayan. Pero naririnig mo naman kami, Marga, no? Okay pa naman.
Yes,
Ayan.
I can hear you clearly. Yeah.
Okay. Good. So guys, if you have questions, you can actually again comment. Bago po matapos yung ating session is ma-address na natin yung mga questions nyo. Okay, one last question, Sir Warner, from our sender. Yan. May accredited hospital po ba ito? Ito, Sir Warner, no? Kasi hindi lang po isang sender yung nagtanong neto. Sobrang dami na din po.
Marami na.
Po. Kasi nalilito sila
Mhm.
Kasi nga, yung HMO is may accredited hospital lang. Yung ano po ba, what you call this, health insurance po ba natin, meron po bang accredited hospital?
As mentioned, no, earlier on, no, thank you so much for that question. Wala po tayong mga accredited hospitals na nakalist as long as the hospital will be able to provide you, no, the documents, no, that will be needed, di ba? Like medical clearance, the billing from the hospital, the prognosis, or the diagnosis, the clinical abstract, no, will be provided by the said hospital, no, then, that will be valid for such claims. Okay?
Yes.
Alright.
Mhm.
Okay, alright. Thank you, Sir Warner. And any additional, Marga, before we end our session?
So, yun yung maganda sa mga health plans na ino-offer ng life insurance, no? You don't need to make sure na accredited ng company yung hospital na pagdadalhan or yung pipiliin ni client kung saan siya magpapagamot, no? So, kasi syempre, especially dun sa mga nasa provinces, no? So, hindi ganun, I mean, hindi ganun kalaki yung access nila in terms of, kataas yung access nila in terms of healthcare. So, that's why majority nga ng mga fellow men natin, pumupunta pa talaga sa Manila para dito magpagamot. So, ang maganda kasi dito, we need to make sure na meron tayong funds as the client or as the insured na meron tayong magagamit na pampagamot wherever or kahit saan natin gusto magpagamot. Kahit sa labas ng bansa, no? You can go to US para magpagamot kasi yun nga, we're just going to provide you the lump sum payout for those kind of claims na makukuha for the life insurance from the life insurance companies.
Alright, tama. Thank you so much for that, Maria. And again, as I promised po sa lahat ng viewers natin at saka tumutok dito sa ating session na to with Sir Warner and with Marga Mabalot, Smart Filipina will actually give a free finance planner that's actually worth 300 pesos. But para sa inyo, I'm giving it for free. I just want you to comment below on this session, Smart Filipina, at sa lahat po nung magko-comment ng Smart Filipina, we will gonna message you for your email address so we can send the planner directly to you. Okay? So this planner is actually 42 pages. It's printable, so wala pang isi-ship sa ating physical product, but it's just a PDF document. And the good thing about the planner is that it's A4 size, it's A5 size, it's half size, letter size, wherein you can customize it kung ano yung mas gusto nyong gamitin. Ang maganda dyan is the planner can actually track your expenses kasi yun nga, para makapag-allocate tayo ng funds for our health needs, kailangan natin alam kung saan napupunta yung pera natin. Right, Marga?
Ang ganda naman yan, lovely, no? So, paperless, talagang very, I mean, di ba, nakakatulong sa Earth. Ayan. Tsaka siguro we can also give free one-on-one consultation to our selected viewers, no? So, kung sino yung mapipili mo, lovely, to win those plans, we can also invite them to an exclusive one-on-one with us. So yeah, we just need to schedule lang ahead of time. So at least yeah, we can already teach them about financial planning.
Yes. So the financial planner, guys, will actually guide you. You have the daily expenses, savings, monthly, weekly, and even for a year. So it's from 2020 hanggang 2021 na po, may calendar tayong nilagay doon. And kahit tingnan nyo pa sa ating website, sa ating Smart Filipina store, you can see the prices. It's actually 300, but for all of you, for today's session, ibibigay natin sa inyo na free. So, comment lang po kayo ng Smart Filipina dyan sa ating comment section. Ayan. So, lahat po na makikita ko na magko-comment dyan, bibigyan ko po, papadalhan ko po ng planner. Ayan. Okay, so, kung wala na po tayong question, I would like to thank, Marga and also Sir Warner sa pagdalo ng ating session ngayon. And yun nga po, iiwan namin kayo sa katagang ito. Wow, katagang ito talaga. Protect your most valuable asset, which is yourself.
Yourself.
Yes. Let's protect ourselves. And thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Sir Warner. Thank you, Marga, for
thank you so much, Smart
here.
Filipina. Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you to all our viewers this evening. Stay safe, no? Stay dry dahil maulan ho ngayon, no? And stay healthy, diba? Keep the faith, no? We will all get through this together. So, good evening, guys, no? And have a great weekend.
And also, before I end the session pala, thank you. Ang dami na nagko-comment, Sir Warner. So, ang daming gustong magkaroon ng financial freedom and also track their expenses. So, we have Lash, we have Hazel, Joshua, Jello, Shane. Thank you so much for watching And also pala next Saturday, Sir Warner and Marga, napakalupit ng ating speaker. Kasi dito sa Smart Pilipina, hindi lang natin tuturuan yung ating viewers kung paano sila mag-save and how they can also invest for their health. But also tuturuan din natin sila yung fundamentals ng investing like stock market, forex trading. So our next speaker is actually ito, basahin natin yung kanyang credentials, no? Kasi naano natin si Sir napagbigyan po tayo ni Sir from Vertex Trading. He is actually a mentor and also a coach of Vertex Trading and also an executive vice president. Wow, executive vice president talaga ito ating speaker, no? And also chief operating officer of FMFGC. He is also a resource speaker and also a businessman. So, makikilala po natin ito ating speaker next Saturday. That's actually August 29. Ayan. Hello by the way, Beb, Passport. Hello for watching us. All right.
Oh,
Thank you so
before I
much.
forget, Lovely, if
Sure.
also you like what we are doing, no, like educating people, and to know more about, um, how you can actually protect yourself and be an advocate, no, of of saving lives, no, through educating people by telling them the insurance, no, telling them the importance of life insurance and health protection plans, no? Of course, you can message Lovely and you can be one of our, rising star financial advisors as well, di ba? Siyempre, naisingit pa natin yon, di ba?
Yes.
I know a lot of you guys are at home, probably wants to find meaning, no? In what you're doing, di ba? Though this is your chance as well. Okay?
Yes, so message lang po kayo if you want to be part also with our advocacy, which is saving lives. And at the same time, we are educating, especially yung mga women, Sir Warner. Kasi yung mga babae natin, yung mga misis ng tahanan, yung mga millennials, young professionals, they are now interested to know more about financial literacy. So, I'm happy to know the feedback din sa ating page sa mga babae na interested din sa ating session ngayon. So guys, see you again next Saturday and message lang kayo. And yes, guys, ipapadala ko yung mga financial planner ninyo. I'll message you one by one and just give me your email address. Thank you and good evening and
Thank
see you again
you.
next Saturday.
Thank you guys. Good
Stay
night.
safe,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.